Hello everyone, Argsy here. Welcome back to the channel. Today I am taking a look at 10 of the best, well actually 11 of the best trucks in Farming Simulator 22 as of today. It is June 2022, so we're only about 8 months into the development cycle for Farming Simulator and there is plenty more mods to come, I am of no doubt. In fact, I know there is more trucks in development that we will touch on a little bit later, but this is my choice. These are 11 of the best that I find that I've used in series or that I would like the opportunity to use when that arises. So we'll go in and take a look at these. Now we do have a mix here of PC only mods. A lot of the Kenworths and the Chevy on the left are all PC only. From the Man around to the right, the Mack, the Phoenix and the Fiat on the end. These are console and PC mods. So we've got a good selection there of varied mods that you can go in and take a look at. Now, you might not agree with what I've selected, in which case, I'd love to hear about it. Leave a comment down below, tell me what you think might be your number one pick, either out of this crop or others that I'm not aware of. So let's dive into it. Let's go and take a quick look here at what we've got in front of us, then we'll dive deeper into each truck and have a look at some of the features, some of the specifications, because there is quite a diverse range here. So taking a look here at the trucks, we've got the Chevy Bison from Expendables, the Kenworth W900 by Gamer Designs, a Kenworth T900 by Carver, Kenworth K200 from JFL Modding, Kenworth K108 is from Carver as well, the MAN TGX pack by HR Forst und Fahrzeugbau, the Mack Grain Hauling pack by BC Bueller Farms, the Mack Flatbed pack is from Agritron Modding, the Mack Superliner X by 82 Studios, the TLX Phoenix by 82 Studios, and the Fiat 682 by Pepe 978 and Team FSI Modding. So now that I've introduced you to each of the trucks, let's go and take a deeper dive, look at some of the customization options for them and what some of their key features are. So let's start by taking a look here at the Chevy Bison by Expendables Modding. Now this obviously PC only and it's one of the simpler trucks that we have to take a look at. It is only 250 to 350 horsepower, so smaller in your semi-trucks than what we're going to look at for a lot of the others. It does come with some options for wheel setups, fender options, racks, beacons, and also some custom colours, where you can detail the stripe there on the side and come up with some different configurations there for what it might look like. We've got a pretty simple sound there on startup. It does sound very nice and grunty. We'll just take a look at the interior. Very nice, well detailed. It's pretty simple and straightforward. It is what it is. It's a nice truck for hauling smaller grain trailers, maybe some animals from the dealer to the farm, or a low loader, maybe with a tractor to get it to one of your distant fields. So there we are, the Chevy Bison by Expendables Modding, the first truck on our list today. Next up is the Kenworth W900. Now this is by Gamer Designs. It was originally made by Expendables as well for FS19, but with their permission, Gamer Designs has brought it through to FS22. Now I really like this truck. We've used it a lot on Deer Creek and it has done a mountain of work for us. Again, very simple, not a huge amount of configurations. Again, PC only. Comes as a 700 horsepower stock and that is about it. Options for exhausts, bumpers, fenders, rack and paint options as well. So plenty of customization but not a huge amount, which I really like because you can't get too bogged down with making the truck look the way you want it to. But with 700 horsepower it is going to be good for a mountain of different things on the farm. It's also a great sounding truck, and when you get the engine up and moving it does start to blow out a lot of coal out of those big stacks. So again, might not be the most environmentally friendly thing. I don't think any of the trucks here are, but it does add quite a nice little touch to it. And there goes the Kenworth W900 by Gamer Designs. So carrying on with the Kenworths, we have another 900 series. This is the T900 Legends pack by Carver. Again, PC only, and this does come as a pack with a tipper and dog trailer included in the mod. And there's two options. There is the rigid body for the tipper or the semi version as well. A huge amount of customization in it, from 525 up to 800 horsepower. There is 5 different exhaust options. You can change the air filters. Cabin configurations have 35 different options. He has included custom skins and a template, and you'll notice the version here, the Argsy Gaming branded one. This was created by one of my channel members and moderators, KR Legion, who's done a fantastic job using the template provided by Carver, so you can get in there and customize, and that applies across all of the different models. So we could do that on the semi or on the tipper there, whether it's a daybed or has the sleeper cabin on the back. There's options for lights, visors, bumpers, fuel tanks. There's 8 engine setups, wheels, fenders, and the custom paint options. So a very well appointed mod. Internally, again, well featured. Has everything you need it to have. And turn it on there, we get the fan, we get the gear stick moving, we get the dials, get the air brake there dropping out as well, and pressure being released in the park brakes. So the T900, another lovely sounding truck, and is well complemented by a very nice sounding Jake brake. Not the loudest you've had in the game, but very nice all the same. So this is the Kenworth T900 Legends pack by Carver. So sticking with the Kenworths, we are looking here at the K108, again by Carver. This is a very similar pack to the T900 we just looked at. It is a semi and a rigid body, so you can choose between hauling trailers or having the dump bed there on the back like we've got it set up. We've actually got this one configured for silage as something a little bit different. It's very similar as well in its specifications, again 525 to 800 horsepower. Does come, as I said, with those two different options, the semi or the tipper, and also has a separate tipper and dog trailer pack, so not included with the mod, but it does come as a separate installable mod. Lots of options again for exhausts, air filters, grills, cabin configurations, road signs, roof lights, visors, bumpers, tanks, engine setup and wheel setup, all customizable, along with a number of custom paint options. So a little bit different here in the interior, more familiar to us in the southern hemisphere being a right hand drive, common here in New Zealand and Australia, and in some other parts of the world. So here is the Kenworth K108 by Carver. And the last of the Kenworths here to look at, the K200 by JFL Modding. 485 to 900 horsepower. This comes with multiple axle configurations, cabin design and configuration, guards, bumpers, bull bars, exhausts, visor, fuel tanks, wheels, and of course custom colours, as well as some predefined skins. The Argsy Gaming Southern Cross Station skin here, I edited one of the already built skins and recoloured it to one I liked, the way I wanted it to look, and just re-uploaded it, reinstalled it to the mod, and it has worked seamlessly. So, and again, not quite as easy as Carver had made for his T900, but certainly relatively straightforward if you have a little bit of know-how and interested in making your own skins. Now another one of our right-hand drive models, I think the only two we have, the K108 and the K200, probably use a lot of similar assets in the actual model. They do look very similar, both in their design and styling in here. Now I think this is one of the best sounding trucks in Farming Simulator. As you hear it shift up through the rev range and changing gears, it sounds very, very nice, very authentic. And when it is fully loaded with a trailer, it has one of the best sounding Jake brakes, in my opinion, in the game. So there is the Kenworth K200 by JFL Modding. So moving on from the Kenworths and taking a look at something a little bit more European now. This is the MAN TGX truck pack by HR Forst and Bauer. And this truck captured my attention for the amount of customization it comes with. It has 4 different trucks, 2 or 3 axles, 500 to 880 horsepower, is available on all platforms. This is a PC and console truck, but the options in it are mind-blowing. Brand decals, wheel setup, windscreen guard, reflector strips, beacon lights, flashlights, sun shields, spoiler, bull bars, wind deflectors, roof bar, wheel covers, attaches, headlight protection, extra radiator, horns, chassis cover, bumpers, mirrors, side panels, back bar, rear light decoration, custom colours, and of course the crane swap body. So I do love the detailing here in cab, the croissant, the muffin and the donut there sitting on the dash, very European. Toolbox down in between the seat, even have a gear bag up there on the bunk, so very nice. There is the MAN TGX truck pack by HR Forst and Bau. Next on the list is the Mack grain hauling pack by BC Bueller Farms. This is an all platforms truck, available PC and console. It is a wonderful mod. It is nice to see some of the older trucks and older equipment coming in that I know so many people love to have the opportunity to play with. So there are the 2 trucks in this pack, the RS700L 6x4 semi and the rigid tipper. 2 trailers as well, the CB trailer and the grain pup trailer. Both identical in their options, 500 to 650 horsepower. They come with a design option to add a stripe to it. There are options for exhaust, wheels and custom colours. And the trailers have wheels and colour options to match the truck. It's relatively simple in its configurations, but does make it nice and easy to set up. Internally, another nicely detailed truck. I do love the Mack truck floor mats down there, but everything is where it should be and looks very, very well detailed. So that is the Mack grain hauling pack by BC Beulah Farms. And continuing with the Macks, we are onto the Mack flatbed pack by Agritron Modding. Now this is an all platforms truck as well, available for your consoles and your PC. 3 trucks in here, all based on the original Giants models. The Pinnacle, which is 425 to 505 horsepower. The Mack Anthem, also 425 to 505 horsepower. And the Mack Superliner, which is just available in 500 horsepower. There is a few design options and decal options and colour change available on the Pinnacle and the Anthem. The Superliner is where the decal options are available. Where I think these trucks shine is bringing that flatbed capability into Farming Simulator. Adding to what can be done with a semi, you can now run around with a rigid truck here with a flatbed on it, using what was already in game, so very, very clever. Does have a drop hitch as well, so you could add a dolly and a second flatbed trailer for a decent amount of bale hauling. So that is the Mack flatbed pack by Agritron Modding. Unless you've been living under a rock and aren't familiar with Farming Simulator mods, you will know and recognise the TLX Phoenix series by 82 Studios. This to me would be one of the most popular trucks in Farming Simulator, first coming out in Farming Simulator 19 and being brought across here to Farming Simulator 22. Now these are feature packed and too many things to go through in detail, but we will rattle through them very quickly. Obviously all platforms, like I said, customizable from 485 up to 1582 horsepower. There are 7 different truck and engine options, multiple configurations, a semi with a day cab or sleepers, and a rigid body with a whole lot of different options in between. Custom wheels, there's pre-made special editions of colors. You can customize the exhaust, the bumpers, the lighting, visors and mirrors, the air filters, vinyls and decals. Change the engine setup, there are the custom colors. And then on top of that, there are the rigid bodies and the rigid body frames. So for the rigid body trucks, you can also have the rigid body pup trailer frame. There's also a dolly, and on top of that, you can attach a dumper. There's a tanker, which includes a slurry spreader. There's a logging bed. There's flatbeds with auto load, and also a grain auger based on the Homer pack. Even a special version where you can equip farm tracks for a more agricultural type truck. So where I think these trucks have a bit of a pointed difference is their audio and the startup sound. Let's turn this one on and see how it goes. So nice little engine audio there as it starts up and turns on. You get the air brakes there as they pressurize, you get that release of air. And even on turning off, it also has a bit of a wind down. So a lot of thought has gone into how the audio does work in these trucks, which I think adds to it. I haven't looked much at lights on the other trucks, but this one I think is a little bit special with the illuminated TLX logo there on the front. And internally they are a nice looking truck as well. Designed to be able to be on console, so the poly count might be a little bit lower than some of the other trucks. But bear in mind, some of those bigger trucks, the Kenworths and that, are rather beefy files, so you would not want to be running those on console. And that is one of the reasons you won't find some of the custom trucks on there, because the models are just so big. But this has obviously been designed to be optimized and available on console, which I think is fantastic. You can even wind the window down. How about that? So that is the TLX Phoenix by 82 Studios. So our penultimate truck here to look at is another Mack. This is the Superliner X, again by 82 Studios. Now I deliberately inserted the TLX Phoenix before this in the video because I want to talk there and show you all the different bed options that came in the Phoenix and how they can be transferred over here to the Mack. So we have the rigid body on the right and the semi on the left, and you can see we have one of the flat deck auto load trailers there, or auto load beds on the back of that Mack. Huge amount of customization again on these, and all platforms again, 485 to 685 horsepower, so you can get some big pulling power out of these trucks. Configuration options, obviously the semi or the rigid to use the TLX Phoenix frames. You can change the wheels. There are the pre-made special editions here as well, and also customizable exhaust, bumpers, lighting, visors, vinyls, engine setup, and of course the custom colors. So that is the Mack Superliner X by 82 Studios. Our last little truck to look at today, I sometimes think it might be the best till last, but this is certainly a great little mod and well suited to some smaller European farming. This is the Fiat 682N4 by Pepe978 and the team at FSI Modding. Now this is an all platforms mod. It is only a 179 horsepower truck, so it's not going to haul some of your larger equipment, but I don't think you'd be using this on a farm with large equipment. It does have variable tipper capacity and is available in several different colours. Now this has a great animation when you hop in. If you're in first person like we are now, hop into the truck, change to third person, it actually shows you moving into the sinking position, which I think is pretty cool. Hop out and you'll see that the door is open. That's just something I managed to figure out when you go between an in-cab, first person and third person view there. When you're driving, it does just do that little animation, which I'd love it if that was actually standard. If I walked up here every time, it would put me into first person and do that animation. So that is the Fiat 682N4 by Pepe978 and the team from FSI Modding. So that has been my 11 of the best trucks currently available in Farming Simulator 22 in June of 2022. Let me know if you agree or disagree with any of my opinions. I did just want to mention a couple of others that are out there as well. Where else you can look for trucks. FDR Logging does have a Mack truck that they have available there. The Farm Sim Game, FSG, they have a Kenworth, which I think is a W908. With the two other 900, I thought we'd leave that one out, but they do have that there. Check out Mod Hub. There is a variety of man trucks. There is a huge selection there already of different configurations of man trucks that you could pick up if you wanted to get something like that. Now coming soon, I do know that 82 Studios have the TLX 9000 is currently in development and being worked on. Agritron Modding has also got a Mack AR frame pack, so expanding on their flatbed pack that we've looked at today and coming out with one with the AR frame. So a few more there. Now I'm sure there is plenty more. I'm certainly aware of others out there. I haven't shared them and I'm going to leave it that way. Be interested to know if there are any that you think I've missed that did warrant being recognised. But I hope you've all enjoyed that. Something a little bit different for the channel. If you do like it, it might be something we do a little bit more going forward, taking a little bit more of a look at 10 of the best. I'm not saying they are the best. It is not a top 10 video by any stretch of the imagination. It is just 10 vehicles that I'm recognising as being leading in this field. But certainly, it is all my opinions, so let me know if you think otherwise. But like I said, I hope you have enjoyed this video. As always, thank you all very much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.